Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. So, it's going to be another arena video. I'm going to sort of push this through to the end of the week. Come back on today. I've dropped down to sort of just over 90s. If I look at how my defense is doing, okay, sort of just under, probably about 40% win rate, not too bad. I'm going to mix things up again today just for fun. So I have re-geared slightly my Altan, and I've changed his masteries up, so I'm going all out offensive Altan today, just for the laughs really. So I've got him quicker. I've got his defense still a pretty healthy 5.5k. I've gone for 65% crit rate, much higher crit damage. I'll drop the resistance out of him, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I've got these pretty cool pair of crit damage gloves, really fast. The rest of the stats are awful, but I just love the speed with the crit damage coming in. We've got defense set, lots of speed set, so he's quick. I've then got my Warlord, same gear as he was, still in his immunity gear. I've got my Madame Cerise in the same gear as she was, so she's got super high accuracy. And then I've got who are we bringing in? Who are we bringing in today? So Morley is having a rest, and we're bringing in Scartosis. So I built him pretty tanky. He's got just over 3k defense. He's got 55k HP, reasonable crit rate. It's not really wise there. He's got high resist. So what I'm thinking with this guy is he's got a skill which is called Rebirth, which basically removes all of the debuffs on my team. So as all my guys get all the provokes and taunts, all that sort of stuff, or the defense downs, all that stuff, he'll wipe all of that off, and he will heal them at the same time. So I'm thinking he can do a full kind of clean up, a full heal of my team. He's got the ability as well to increase my crit rate and attack. That's not good for Altan, but the crit rate's nice for Altan. It pretty much gets me close to that 100%. And then he's got an AoE A1, which can steal buffs as well from enemies. So the reason why I've put him in, I've made sure he's got this mastery, which enables me to counter-attack every time I take a hit, which loses a chunk of health. I've put him in taunt gear, provoke gear, and he's reasonably quick. So the idea here is that he's replacing my Morley as the provoker, but he's got a bit more utility for me. He doesn't have a res, that might be where we fall down. I might not have the ability to res Altan back up, but I'm thinking we get Altan close to 100% crit rate, and with this crazy crit damage, good defense. I just want to see what sort of numbers we can crack out with Altan today. So it might be that I lose a lot of games, but I'll probably lose a lot of games having a lot of fun. So let's give it a go. I don't know if I said as well, Altan's masteries I changed to Helm Smasher. So he's not in the defensive anymore. He's still in the defensive tree. He's still got the ability to counter attack and stuff, but basically he's got this one here, which is probably the hardest hitting offensive tree skill when it procs. 50% of the time he can ignore 25% of the target's defense. So when this does hit, it just means he does an extra crazy hit. That stacks as well on Madame Cerise's ability to reduce defense. So see here, I've done a few fights. So far it's been working pretty well. I was just testing a few bits out. I have spent nearly all my silver re-gearing plenty of champs today. I've tried a couple of different combinations. I did try as well, to show you quickly. Don't know if you see my offense, actually no. I did try one other champion who I really want to get working. I'm just not really sure how to get him fitted in. Anyone who's got some theory crafting who can give me an idea of how to get this guy going. Basically, with the meta at the moment, there's so many revive champions, and this guy's got a passive that basically anyone he kills can't be revived. So I want to try and get a team going where he basically is carrying the team through, but I need a team around him that just keeps him alive, because he's pretty squishy. You have to build him quite high damage. Even with the stats he's got here, I've got him in relentless set. It's probably not the right way to go. It's not really worked, but he's not hitting hard enough, and to make him hit harder I need to remove some of his defensive stats, which he was already quite squishy with this setup. So be interested to see if anyone's got him working and wants to throw me a a message in Discord with the sort of build they've gone, or the setup they've done with it. So let's just fly in. I don't know any of these guys. Let's just see what we can do here. I guess the biggest challenge I've got, Morley was able to increase my turn meter by taking hits. I don't have that anymore. I don't have those higher levels of resist as I was doing earlier in the week. So I'm more susceptible to stuff landing here. I do have pretty high resist on Scartosis, which I'm hoping that with his resist being up, he's actually still got one landed there, which is annoying. I'm hoping his resist being up means that I can cleanse everyone else's off, but not worked on that go. So what should we do? Should we just try and drop a nuke on somebody? Perhaps this guy. He's going to be their main damage dealer, I think. Or actually, I'm going to try Kaimar. I didn't get the crit off. So I'm hoping here. So the idea with Scartosis, so I've got one provoke. Just to get some provokes, be annoying, and then be my kind of team utility, really. He can take a hit. That's a good thing. He can take a hit. As you see here, he's coming at him, he's not really doing any damage. Just try and control turn meters. On this setup at the moment, Altan is the people. It seems to be the person they're directing their attacks to, so it's quite interesting actually. Bang, 30k, that's nice. That's 30k hit without defense down on the enemy. So this one's looking pretty good. Could do with the Warlord shield coming back on before he drops. He can make his own shield by killing somebody. So I think I'm gonna try and get the guaranteed kill to get the shield. Didn't do it. Oh, that shield actually would have been pretty clutch there. Now we're probably in a bit of trouble actually. I could do with just landing a fear here. Didn't get it. So we're going to run over them. So he steals buffs. He actually does a reasonable amount of damage as well. So here's my problem. So as soon as Altan drops, without the Morley, I don't have anyone to pick him back up. And it does seem to be the target at the moment for the damage. So I guess get the defense down on these guys. I guess I need to just have a look at HP levels. I guess because he's the lowest HP, although he's the tankiest, they are directing their damage at him. I think I'm going to try and just go over them here and get some nukes in through Scartosis. Maybe this guy's too tanky even because he's not getting his counter attack going enough. I might have got too much defense on him. I think this is going to be difficult to win here. So I could do this for the heal, but do I just want to try and kill them? I think I need to kill them actually because I don't think I'm going to get much more of an opportunity. Taking out one. I need that to land. It did. Let's see if this can kill someone as well. Oh, so close. I can take the Arbiter out. That's the red's gone. This is, I mean, it's certainly not a clean win, but I think I've won. Okay, well, 1 for 1, even though it's not clean. We'll take it. This guy's pretty high ranked. He's got a lot of damage coming early here. That's the only trouble with this team setup. I don't know if I can take the damage early like my other team could. We'll soon see. We've got shields, so that's that's something. But let's see. Yeah, look, Altan straight down. Just can't deal with it. That's the problem. I don't have enough sustainability to take on a proper offensive team with this setup. See, Morley probably would have lasted that onslaught. The other thing I've got is actually Altan's my fastest, which is not ideal. I could do with him being perhaps second fastest. But I don't really want this enemy Altan to be coming at me. Maybe I'll try and give him a big hit. So I think right now I'm going to be clearing buffs anyway, so I think I'm just going to increase my crit rate. See if I can reduce their turn meters. No, all resist. So they've basically got the team that I did have. Now if I do this, I know that he's about to place buffs. I'm going to do it anyway. clear everyone else's off, get the decreased defense on. That's fine, nothing to worry about there. So there's those buffs that I knew would come in. But I think I still go in on Jack. Get my immunities up. I can clear these off. I don't really need to. I think I'm just going to go and try and steal some buffs. Get some provokes up. Got one up. Which is good. See if I can steal something here as well. Altan slams in with a 12k. That's good considering he's got the protect, ally protect on as well. Go in again. One provoke. Just keep taking this Jack on. This should be the killer move, hopefully. Or 21. But yeah, I mean this setup here. I think it's going to be pretty slow, but I don't feel like they've got anything that can really take me down. Just keep going here. See those double provokes? It's just quite a nice way of controlling the team, but in a slightly different way to what Morley would do. So that's shields up, just in case that Altan decides to start cracking me one. Let's get their decrease defenses on. Probably should have put increased crit rate here to make sure Altan gets a crit for me. Now this guy's got a lot of HP, but I bet he's not got much defense, so I think I'm just going to go in and see if I can slam him down. 91k. Perfect. Probably resist that, yeah. So I mean, it's a very different setup to what I had the other day. I think it can still be pretty effective. Let's get crit rates up now. So Altan should be coming with a big old cheesy crit. 110k on a defense champ. How are you feeling? Oh, that's a nice one. That's a good one. I just want like a team of Altans. That's what I want. Don't need that. Just go and reduce his turn meter a bit, and I'm gonna let Altan finish him off with a nice crit. 63k. Here we go. So you get the idea. It's kind of set up really for Altan to be, yeah, just to be bossing it. I probably need to tweak more gear. I don't really have the silver right now, but I need for Altan to not be the quickest, and I need for him to. Ah, he's got provoked. Yeah, I need for him to not be the quickest, and I also need to make sure that he has got better HP levels, so that he's not the person who's being targeted all the time. So we're okay here. The only thing with having such low resist now is stuff like that, what Arbiter just did there. None of that was working on me before, whereas it does now. So I can remove all of this stuff. I want to do that, so I want to get my witch using her abilities. Then we can just lay a nuke somewhere. Probably lay a nuke on this guy. 73k, see you later. I think I'm gonna see if I can get the defense downs up. We need to go Arbiter next, really. I'm gonna put my. So I could either go and try and get a taunt, but that's a bit RNG. Now I'm gonna go crit rate, let Altan drop a nuke. 111k nuke. That's so much fun. Okay, she's already got fear, so I might as well see if I can fear this guy. If not, get the decreased turn meter anyway. We're setting ourselves up. You know what we're setting ourselves up for? Slam dunk! And then we just got one to deal with. We might get provoked here, or steal the buff. It's possible to steal that buff as well. There's no point going in with a big hit. And see you later. So yeah, is it? I guess is it the sort of team I'd put on defensive? Probably not, because it's just too easy to beat. But in terms of offense, it's a lot of fun. I'll go for this one. I know that Greta's in my guild, Gallifrey. Look at player power here, nearly 8 million, insane. So I know Greta's got an insane team. I think yesterday was he was 5th and we were fighting out 5th and 6th. High player power. His Mountain King hits like a freight train. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat this team, but he did one to test against. So all the buffs go on as you'd expect. Look at that damage, and that is basically me done. This is my problem. Morley was taking those hits yesterday. Maybe I actually need to put Morley in. Don't know. Maybe instead of Warlord. Don't know. Let's leave that fight. I can't win that fight now. So my damage dealer is gone. I can't win the fight. But I just want to try. I'm going to try again. I'm probably going to lose again. I just want to see if it makes a difference. If I'm not sure which one to go for. Take him out and put Morley in. Let's see if that fight starts differently and they actually target Morley instead. No, still there. That's interesting. So I can though bring him back. That's the difference here. I don't have the sort of healing capability that obviously my Warlord does. Are they going to be putting debuffs on me? No. So I might as well do this to get my. This also does turn meter as well. So it's not just a heal, but the thing is, it gives me more turn meter boost if I've got debuffs on me. So I'm going to try and clear all of their buffs. They have got high resistance, so it might not work, but it did. That's good. So I need Morley to be able to throw a taunt out to everybody now. Oh, I've got him up. Okay, good. So obviously the person we need to get rid of is Arbiter because of the rezzing. Let's see what happens there. Didn't get the crit, which is a shame. God, those hits are just brutal. I can get the provoke up. All of the buffs are back. So at this stage I can try and steal buffs and try and get more provokes on. So we're going to do that. Provoke on. So we've got provokes right through their team now. The difference with this gear provoking, which is what Scartosis is wearing, is it's not dependent on their immunities. So that's a huge difference. So it basically means that I'm more likely on these high resistance teams to land provokes when he's wearing provoke gear. See that counter attack hits again. Really nice. So she's down. So we just need for that not to kill me. Good. Get a counter attack. So I just need to keep people alive for a little while here. Again, I'm just going to try and land provoke some people. Didn't get any. Might be the death of me. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I'm a bit scared of playing this one. So I want to steal these buffs, but I also don't want him to come back and counterattack here, because it might just kill me. But the thing is, it does give me a chance of landing the fear, and I kind of need to do it, even though it might kill me. Got true fear, true fear, true fear. Brilliant. Okay, good. I need that to just come back. I need to get Altan back in the game. I'm hoping these true fears land. Let's see if I can just do a bit of damage here. So we've got counter attack going off. We've got the provoke, but he's going to die. Oh, it's actually brutal. Don't have that back yet. Got to go this way now. I can't afford for anyone else to come back and counter attack me. I need my res. I could have done a bit of turn ago really. I'm going to have to get Altan back because he's the only one who can res people again. We've got a freeze up here, that's useful. We've got a lot of work to do though to be able to do anything. I could attack here. I probably need to attack here because he won't counter attack me. But I'm not going to do a lot of damage. He's probably coming in for the nuke again. Oh, it's a well made team. Clear the buffs off. It's all a bit too little too late really. Unless there's some sort of miracle here. I'm down. Yeah. Yeah. This Mountain King is just so well built. That's me done. Yeah, tough setup. Okay, let's try this bunch of fatties here. So he's actually managed to get... He's nailed everything on me. Yeah, Altan's down again. Need to do something about that. They're obviously targeting him because of his health levels. I need to see what Molly's is on actually. So we can heal everyone up here. Get our turn meter back a bit. Remove all of this. I can either bring Altan back, so we've got 1, 2 freezes. Yeah, I'm going to bring Altan back in the game. Going to throw some crit rate up. And then we are going to drop a bomb on Arbiter. Boom! 106k. Right, let's reduce his turn meter. Got the fear off too, didn't work though. Yeah, those provokes are doing work actually. They don't have any sort of res going now, so if I do get back in control of the map, of the game, I'm pretty good here. That's what we got. Just need to land a provoke really. Didn't get any. I did steal some buffs though, which is quite nice. Really need to just stop this guy from hitting me now. So those hits hurt a lot. And he lands that freeze every time actually. He must have really high accuracy. Who's go next? Don't die. Ah, damn. This has made it really difficult now. Fear did land. I just need to kill him at the end there to have a chance. Yeah, look, provokes and stuns just landing for days here. It's just a problem. I've changed my team so much. I'm so far from that high resist team now that all of this stuff's just landing. I did think though with the... I guess maybe he's got stun gear on, I'm not sure. I thought with the resistance I've got here that it would kind of be my secret way of dealing with it. But no, lost. Yeah, I think it's just not quite working the way I need it to. Let's try here. So let's get back to having Warlord in there for the heals. I mean, maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. Let's try this. Oh, nearly. Did all that damage through her shield as well there, so she's gone. They just got so much damage coming back at me though. Don't want to do that, so I'm going to get counter-attacked by everybody. I don't want Skull. This Skull Crown is hitting really hard. So I don't want her counter-attacking me. She's about to come in again. So let's get the provokes up. I think let's try and get a bit of a heal on the team and speed up. Still got a counter-attack here, but do I need to do it anyway? I think I do. That was nice actually. That turn meter reduction there did help. I might kill her here. Bang! Oh, that's close. I think I go crit rate and attack. Give Altan that crit rate. I know Altan's going to finish this off, so I think we're now going on the Valk. Just get the turn meter down. Altan slam dunk. Shields up, now it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think the thing with trying to fix these arena teams like we're doing here over this last week or so is you kind of want bits of everyone, and it's really hard to just make those decisions as to, who's the one to leave out really. I know who I don't want to leave out, and that's this big giant fella, but it's kind of what tees him up to be as effective as he possibly can be. And we're kind of back, and the trouble is now we're back to a team comp that doesn't have all the, the ability to put all the buffs and put the defense down on, which is useful. I guess probably I should be looking a bit more at affinities as well. So, you know, when we've got two greens out there, so my blues are hitting well against greens, but actually Scartosis would struggle with that team composition. So maybe I should just be a bit better at saying, well, this is time for Ignatius to come in. I just want to make sure I've got to do that quickly. I've been swapping gear around on a lot of people these last couple of days. Yeah, looks good. So yeah, so I can easily sort of switch in another blue. Similarly, I could easily switch in Norog. So there's kind of options depending on what I'm facing. Like here, we've got a lot of buffs that are going to go up. So maybe this is the time where you'd say, well, actually, Madame might be better in this fight than normally. So let's do that. And I think as we get better at the arena, that's what instead of just saying this is my 4, that's who I'm going to use. It's then about thinking, right, at what point do you start to be able to switch them in and out to give you better results? Okay, so we've realised he's not someone we want to throw the first hits onto. So I do have my Ignatius in freeze gear, so he is a good person to go in and slam in with the nukes. I don't really mind the counterattacks coming in, so I kind of want the freezes to land. So I get provokes off, hoping that at least one of these lands a freeze as well. Hasn't done though. I also know that my shields are coming next, so all that damage I've just taken, I'll get a chunk of that back. Let's remove a load of these buffs. Set Altan up for a nice juicy present. I think that's the present. He's feared. All the buffs are gone, so all of these sort of abilities now make sense. Let's throw the burns up. Look at the damage. That's you're missing somebody in your team when someone comes in and just does that. Let's get rid of her. She's annoying. We can just throw the auto button for the last few seconds of the fight. So yeah, so I think that's as you get better at the arena, that's the sort of thing we should be looking at is, per fight, who are we facing, what's the affinities look like, how do we change the team up so that we're better at fighting that particular team comp, which is why I think you almost need an arena roster of, maybe 10 champions that could come in and complement each other. I have missed out Ignatius nuke though. This is another good example. So Ghostborn has got an ability to decrease defense, which can't be resisted, but it can be affected by weak affinities. So there's only a 70% chance she's going to land it on these two. So there, see, Ignatius didn't get it on. I had the immunity buff on this guy anyway. I mean, it looks rough. We've got to say it looks rough here. Maybe I go offensive. No, put shields up. Put shields up. I'm just hoping that this absolutely lays people out. Okay, that's not bad. It's possibly not enough. We should get Skullcrown down, but she's got freezing. Okay, this looks good. This might even kill them both. Nearly. So, moment of truth. Can you finish her off? Of course you can. Oh, close actually. So yeah, so potentially other times facing that team, that could have been a harder fight there. We know Crude Tracks is good against tanks. So I think Ignatius would come out here and Scartosis would go in. We've got one blue, so red hurts blue. Everything else is fine. Can't do much about Void Champs, so I think you get the idea is now kind of How do we get to that next level of gameplay? Crew Traxxer, oh, look at the damage she does. She's just obscene. Oh, that was actually insane. I mean, I've just got to go in and hope that they're so weak I can nuke them. But I don't think they're that weak. Yeah, Crew Traxxer is probably someone I just I just need to avoid. Or maybe I try this with my speed comp. It might be that my speed comp can actually do something here. Yeah, see, that's the thing. If Altan actually had a half decent turn, he might have been able to take her out in one shot, but she's just super strong. Just got to put an item on my. So I've taken a couple of bits off of my Arbiter to put them onto my Altan. So let's just throw something back on her so she's quick. Gloves. Pretty much just looking for the best speed roll I can find right now. So I guess these. So yeah, so she's back to, what's that, 306? Which is pretty quick. It's not amazingly quick. I thought I had one of the fastest Arbiters in the West, but it turns out she is not as quick as a lot of Arbiters I've faced here. Where is she? Arbiter, filter by rank. I like the fact that I've put this in now. So she comes in with the speed aura. Need to deal with her, so I'd need these two, I think. And then I need somebody, or actually if I'm going to try and be quick, let's just change it up. By rank, there he is. There he is, okay. And then we want to have in my Ghostborn and my Shotgun, yeah. Let's see, I mean it might be, let's see how quick their Arbiter is. It's right on the mark, yeah, I'm slower still. But I do have a res here, so I can res him. Guess you guys would probably know about Arbiter, but I can res, I can regain some health, I can then reduce everybody's defense. That freeze, oh that freeze is clutch right there. That's killed me, that freeze. So if that freeze didn't go off, I'd probably just win that fight. I'm going to try once more against this team. But the thing is, I do know that I am slower than their Arbiter, so that's not really helping me. That's not really helping me at all. So we could try something which is a little bit different. This is probably now, I'm probably getting too far past where my normal team is really. I think she must be in the vault. That's where you start going a bit cheese and throw in another skull crown. So all of my skull crowns, or both of my skull crowns, have got the chance to counter attack. So see there, that counter attack. Oh look, it's just it's obscene. It's obscene. If it was this skull crown that was hitting now, this skull crown's got all the nukes. This one's got utility. So the idea is, it hasn't even landed anyway. She's got stun set on, whereas this one is just out and out nuke town. But I'm not going to get a chance because she's frozen again. Well played, that man. Well played. Let's move on. Move on. Well done, Whiskey Neat. If you ever watch this channel, good effort. Yeah, I always thought I had a really fast skull crown. Sorry, Arbiter, but she is just not quick enough right now. I need to do some more gear hunting. So what we got here? One red, one green. So I don't want blues in here really. Altan's blue. He's going to absolutely go nail my Altan. This is Mountain King again. Might be why he's actually targeting him in those other fights. I can't really not have Altan in because he's my main source of damage in this fight. I should put Molly in though, because she will kind of counter him a bit. Let's put a red Affinity in as well, although that's going to hurt there. Greens are better really, greens or voids. So I think we go there, and I think we go there. Let's see how this goes. So yeah, all the expected stuff happening first. It's kind of whether this Mountain King can come in and one-shot my Altan. If he does, then pretty much game over straight away. And he did. Look at that, 82k through a shield. Blimey, that is a crazy hit. That is an absolutely crazy hit. So we've got fears up across 3 of them. Just need to get a decent turn. Trouble is, I need to kill him, but he's just super tanky. And I need for her to land her ability before Altan goes in on him, really. Raglan's going to be the healer and the reviver, so let's see if we can do something there. There we go, right, so let's remove all of their stuff, get some defense down. Hopefully we get this provoke off. We have everywhere except Raglan. So we might have a chance here. Reduce turn meters. Altan, please do something big. Oh, I needed a crit, Altan. We needed your crit. So just reducing turn meter here. We've got one more round of a chance, really. If we nail this one, yes, 99k. Whew. Let's get some shields up. So he's lost that provoke now, so we know he's coming after Altan. He loves a bit of Altan. I'm going to see if I can actually do some damage to him. Although he's got tons of HP, he's probably not got a lot of defense. So it's weak Affinity though, that's the problem. But let's see. Oh, bang. Let's see if I can get a fear off over here. Didn't land. I don't want to be going there now until we can get rid of that counter attack, really. I think Altan's about to lay down again. Oh. Did get a counter off though, that was quite nice. I think we're going to go in here. Bang! 2 down. I've got a couple of provokes up. I don't want him counter attacking me. So no, he does stuns as well, so that's pretty hard. Oh, what's the chance to stun? What do you reckon, boys? Do or die? Do or die? Oh yeah, 121. Sit down! Oh, so much fun. Okay. So, what have we done next? What have we done next? Let's see if we can get one of these high point gains. When this looks like a super annoying team. Let's try it. All this freeze and stuff, it just... Oh, I didn't check my team actually there. Should have checked my team before I started. Yeah, probably could have done with Scar, Tosis in this one really. But we got all voids, so there's not like they've got an affinity that's particularly more annoying than another. Hoping Altan doesn't die before I get a turn. Good. We're still in a lot of trouble though because I'm locked out on... I've got freeze here, I'm locked out here, I'm locked out here. I just need to get back into the game. I'm frozen here, frozen here. We kind of need to get this big freeze guy out of the board. I would ideally like to clear all of their buffs before doing this, because this probably won't kill him, because he's got the protection up. Let's see if I can just reduce turn. I need Madame to have a go to give me a good chance of wiping all these buffs. I've got most of them off. Provoke on all of them, perfect. Oh, those stuns. So the provokes are running down. I really could have done with those stuns not landing on my Altan really. I've got a freeze on my Warlord. No point in doing that. I kind of need to land a fear here. Or kill him. Nice. You guessed who's next. Boom! I don't know if you guys have seen Waterboy. There's a part in a film called Waterboy where he's kind of like Adam Sandler playing this character. And he basically just runs up to people, like points them out. He's like, "You're next." So I feel like Altan is basically that same character right now. Points to someone who's like, "Right, you're next to die." Slams them big. Okay, we're in a bit of trouble though. Bit of trouble. Let's just calm things down. Get some shields up. He's frozen. He's feared. Let's see if I can just get the fear up as well. Bring out big boy. Big boy Altan. You don't want to provoke Altan, mate. You seen what he does? A lot of damage coming in there. That was nice. Landed on both of them. If I can get this off as well, which I did. And then I think we got a slam dunk this way. Oh no, I just need to strip this off. That's better. Oh, he's just staying alive somehow. Let's see if we can just do a bit of damage on this Hegemon. He's not very strong. I think maybe just try and take him out and then just left with the big boy to deal with. Much easier when there's one. Bang. Let's just see how we're getting on. Up to 85th, not too bad. Yeah. Let's do a couple more. Low team power, so it means they're not very high in resistance. Probably means they're built super speedy, super high accuracy. Which shouldn't be too bad for my guys actually. Yeah, she's really tanky. See, she's not got much HP, but she didn't take a hit at all there. So here we go, shields up. Remove everything they've got. Should now get that provoke off. Let's see, freezes, she didn't. Get the provoke up. 2 turns on 3 of them there. Bang, look at that. Nobody enjoys that. Nobody enjoys getting hit by an Altan slam like that. We've already got a fear off here. We've got 2 provokes on the others anyway, so I might as well just do a bit more damage on Arbiter. And hopefully, you guessed it. Boo! Oh, right. She's the weakest. Let's see if we can just take her out quite quickly. Got a freeze and a fear on there. I'm still just going to try and take her out because she... Actually, I'm not with Altan because Altan might be able to just slam her for a good old hit. I know this might kill her anyway, and it might do a bit of damage here. Let's try that. Yeah. And then we finish her off. Oh, not quite. So yeah, so actually it turns out I've pretty much gone back to my previous team comp, but with a different sort of setup on this Altan really. He's just dropping nukes big time now. What we got here, 2 greens and a blue. I don't want to put Scartos in because he'll just take a lot of damage. I don't really... Kaimar's not the damage of this team, it's him. So green affecting nobody, and I've got somebody here, so I might actually just throw in Ignatius on this one. Could be the wrong move. It might mean that I just die too quick, but we'll give it a go. What do I do with him? Ignatius, where are you? Yeah. Let's see. Depends, because they've got this reset ability, he's going to basically go, he goes, Kaimar resets, they do the same thing again. Luckily I got a freeze off here though, so it might just change things up. If I didn't get that freeze off, basically it's already game over. It might be anyway, but because of that immunity set there, I've got a chance in the game. Kaimar has got high accuracy though, so he just lands in there. I think that's me done. So what do we do? I guess we got to go all in. She's dead. He's going to be low. I've pretty much got to go all in and hope this absolutely nukes people. And it didn't. Only got one crit off. If these two were crits, they were probably both dead. Turn meter. It's not enough because she's dead anyway. Yeah, that's a dead. Dead. I think let's refresh. We're just going to do. See if we can just go one more big fight. I definitely want her. I don't want him in this one. Blues and greens. I think I want to go for. Maybe it is him actually. 2 greens. These greens aren't going to be doing that much damage though. I think basically the damage is on here. Maybe I'll try Scar in this one. There's lots of debuffs to take off, so I do need her. I think I'm going to go Morley as well. Greens. Yeah, let's try this. So got the provokes up. I think my Scar goes next. Yeah, so I'm going to take all of those off. I don't have my Warlord shields here. They've got a whole bunch of buffs. I can't do anything there. Yeah, see, ideally, my Witch goes before Morley there. So if the Witch comes in first, I just need to sort of speed tune a little bit better. If the Witch goes first, basically get the provoke off on everybody before all of this comes back on. And then the provoke's going into Morley, and we're free to just kind of nuke somebody down. I might as well just go on Arbiter because she's the only one who's going to res. Yeah, see now I want people hitting Scartosis, so I just need to retweak HPs and stuff here. But we get provoke off. Starward counter attack, which is quite nice. I've got no block debuffs up now, so we can go with provoke on the rest of them. We can try and steal some buffs again. So we stole a counter attack there as well and a shield. Also gave all of my guys two turns of block debuffs. And then, you guessed it, goodbye Arbiter. What do we want? So she's frozen, she doesn't have counter attack anyway. So I think I'll just go on her. I can just increase my crit. So Morley's in good shape. She can take a hit really. I think try and take this guy out. He can do quite a big nuke. Although saying that, we've got defense down over here. We've got defense up and defense down. I don't know which way round that works. Whether it's boosted up and then halved, or whether it's halved and then boosted up after. I don't know the mechanics of it, but either way, lay down. Come back another day, please. So kind of like it. I like the way this is working. I feel like it's quite a good setup. It struggles against really fast nuke teams. That's what I'd say. And I need to do more work around speed tuning it so that these guys are working in a bit more of a sort of in sync way. But that is what he's there for. Yeah, absolutely. It's great fun. Great fun having someone who's as strong as that. This guy, this is going to be a revenge fight for me, although I might lose it. Looking at this, maybe I would lose it. This guy basically just refreshed and killed me yesterday. Should I try it? I know my old team could take him out with all the resistances, but we've got so much CC. It's probably impossible for me to win this. But I am going to try. So let's go Ignatius. I hate that it keeps doing that. I don't need, there's not a lot of buffs to remove here, so she's not the one I need. Warlord probably is. Yeah, trouble I've got here, I've got 2 champions that can freeze. And freeze is an absolute killer. Ray can also clear buffs, so she might be able to just absolutely clear this immunity off. 1, 2, 3 freezes, see that? Are you going to get a turn? Warlord. Yes, you are. That's useful. Oh, it's just cleared all my immunities off. Have a turn, have a turn. Don't die. All those freezes. It's just hard for my eyeballs to see. Yeah, I lost. Yeah. Again, it's that sort of setup that I struggle with this sort of setup, because I don't have the increased resistance. Let's try last one. So what we got here, voids. Let's get in. She's not going to do much damage. She's doing the damage. So let's take out my green. Let's put the witch back in, and let's put Stratosis back in. I hate that I keep doing that. What's it saying? So blue hits green yet. So Scar in and the witch in. Okay, it's a shame she's locked out, because she would be perfect here just to clear everything off. Just need to go for the one who's going to do least to me. Get through the shields. Should be getting the Warlord shield back up now. So now I can just refresh everybody's stuff. I get quite a lot of turn meter back as well. Get my buffs up. She has taken a layer off, which is annoying. And because of that, I think I'm going to give her a good old slam dunk, 42k. So here, normally I'd go for the full clear, which I probably still could do. But I'm hoping I might just be able to kill her with this ability whilst taking some buffs. Oh, nearly, not quite. But it does mean I've got fear off on 3 of them. And I can definitely kill her here. Can also try and steal some buffs. Land provokes. Got 1 provoke off there, see? And now we're in good shape. So turn meter goes off. 2 fears up. Hegemon's probably the easiest to kill. Bang! 64k. Now we might as well clear buffs. Probably done that early actually. She's going to land it again. Yeah, it's silly. But what I can do is just try and pinch some of that stuff. She's got fear on her, so it's 50-50 as to whether she's going to counter me or not. 35k, not crit. Steal some buffs. She's nearly dead. So I think we just go in and do the same again. Finish her off. Let's see if we can set Altan up to finish the video with a nice big crit. Hopefully we get our might be too soon. 68k, bang! Right, let's see where we ended up. 70 seconds, plenty of distance before we get to the sort of top area that I was fighting at yesterday. But yeah, I guess just a different team really. But it's quite good fun. It's pretty fun to see how much you can get someone like an Altan hitting for. And why else did we play this game? Look, I've been Hell Hades. It's my channel Addicted to Gaming. Thanks for watching.